Top 10 anime where girls reject boys and regret it. Anime is full of drama, love, and regret. In many romance anime, we see girls turning down boys for various reasons. But what happens when they realize their mistake? Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 anime where girls reject boys and regret it. If you love romance anime, then you are in for a treat. Starting off with our number 10, The Dreaming Boy is a Realist. The Dreaming Boy is a Realist follows Wataru, a guy who is obsessed with his classmate Aika. He's always chasing her, confessing his undying love and generally being a huge nuisance. But one day, Wataru has an epiphany. He realizes Aika will never love him back, so he decides to give up on his hopeless crush and move on. But just when Wataru starts living his best life, Aika suddenly starts showing interest in him. The back and forth between these two is hilarious, the chemistry is off the charts, and you'll be rooting for them to figure it all out. If you want some anime that gives the vibes as the titles, then you should watch this. Number 9. The Case of Vanitas. Oh, now this one is a real treat for all you gothic romance fans out there. NCOY, a pure-hearted vampire, is on a mission to uncover the truth about a deadly curse. But when he meets the mysterious Vanitas, a human who has mastered the art of vampire healing, sparks start to fly. Now, Vanitas is one tough nut to crack. He's distant, guarded, keeping everyone at arm's length. But NCOY's persistence and undeniable charm are no match for Vanitas' icy exterior. When Vanitas finally opens up, only to turn around and reject NCOY, and you will be begging these two to just give in to their feelings already. Number 8. Masune Coons' Revenge. Masune used to be the ugly duckling of his school, bullied and overlooked. But now, he's transformed himself into a total heartthrob and he's got his sights set on Aki, the girl who tormented him in the past. Masune's plan is simple: seduce Aki, then brutally reject her, just like she did him back in the days. But of course, the best laid plans often go awry. As Masune gets to know the real Aki, he starts to see past her cold, aloof exterior and ends up falling for her against his better judgment. The drama is off the charts. The twists and turns will have you on the edge of your seat and you'll be left wondering who is really getting the revenge in the end. Number 7. NCOY. Next up, we have got a rom-com that will have you questioning everything you know about love triangles. Raku, the son of a Yazuka boss, is forced to pretend to be the boyfriend of Chitoge, the daughter of a rival gang leader. But when Raku crosses paths with his childhood sweetheart, Onodera, things get crazy fast. Now, Chitoge rejects Raku's advances, convinced the relationship is a total sham. But as they spend more time together, the walls around her heart starts to crumble. Meanwhile, poor Onodera is left hopelessly pining for Raku, even as he gets pulled deeper into his fake romance with Chitoge. The love triangle is absolutely maddening, but you won't be able to look away. Number 6. Dura. Ryuji Takasu is a gentle high school student with a love for housework, but in contrast to his kind nature, he has an intimidating face that often gets him labeled as delinquent. On the other hand is Taiga Aisaka, a small doll-like student who is anything but a cute and fragile girl. Equipped with a wooden katana and feisty personality, Taiga is known throughout the school as the Palm Top Taiga. When these two reluctant partners team up to help each other win over their respective crushes, but just when it seems like they are making progress, Taiga rejects Ryuju's advances, convinced that they could never be more than friends. The emotional roller coaster is intense, the character growth is so satisfying, and you'll be rooting for these two knuckleheads just to admit their feelings already. Moving on to our number 5, The World is Still Beautiful. Oh man, you are in for a real treat with this one. In the Sun Kingdom, sunshine is a way of life. But when the ruler, King Livius, sets his eyes on the mysterious Rain Dukedom, things get interesting. Princess Nike. When she is forced to marry the infamous Livius, she is convinced it will be a nightmare. But as the opposites spend time together, the wall around Nike's heart starts crumbling. Livius may seem tough, but his charming looks and kindness just might win her over. The world building is stunning, the characters are endearing, and the slow burn romance will have you swooning. If you love fantasy, adventure, and royal drama, The World is Still Beautiful is a must-watch. Number 4. Orange. Orange follows Naho, a high school student who receives a mysterious letter from her future self, warning her about tragic events that's about to unfold. The letter urges Naho to reach out to Kakeru, a new transfer student who is struggling with his own demons. Naho tries to befriend Kakeru, but he rejects her kindness, convinced he's not worth saving. As Naho watches helplessly, the situation spirals out of control. The emotional impact is devastating. The characters are so relatable, and you will be rooting for Naho to find a way to change the future and save the day. Number 3. Domestic Girlfriend. Next up, we have got a tangled web of romance that will have your head spinning. Domestic Girlfriend follows Natsuo, a high school student who falls for his teacher, Hina. But when Natsuo's dad remarries, he ends up with an unexpected new stepsisters, Hina and her younger sister, Ryui. Ryui immediately sets her sights on Natsuo, but he rejects her advances, still hopelessly in love with Hina. The drama is intense, the relationships are messy, and you will be on the edge of a seat wondering how on earth these characters are gonna untangle this twisted love triangle. Number 2. Just Because. Alright, now we are diving into a bittersweet romance that will have your heart aching. Just Because follows a group of high school students as they navigate the final months before graduation. Aita, a transfer student, catches the eye of Ina, a girl he met in middle school. But when Aita rejects Ina's advances, she's left heartbroken and confused. As the group of friends grapple with their uncertain futures, the tension between Aita and Ina only grows. The character development is so well done, the emotional moments pack a punch, and you will be rooting for these two to find their way back to each other before it's too late. And finally, we have saved the most heart-wrenching for last. Plastic Memories follows Tsukasa, a young man who has just landed a job at the Sion Artificial Intelligence Corporation. His task? To help androids called Giftias peacefully transition to the end of their lifespan. When Tsukasa meets Isla, a Giftia who is nearing the end of her life, he is instantly drawn to her. But Isla, aware of her impending deactivation, rejects Tsukasa's advances, convinced that they can never have a future together. The emotion is really heart-touching, and the bond between Tsukasa and Isla is so beautifully crafted, and you will be a sobbing mess by the time the credit rolls. This one is gonna stick with you long after the final episode. So, there you have it. 10 anime girls who turned down love only to wish they hadn't. Which one of these regretful rejections hit you the hardest? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more anime list. Until then, peace out.